Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You find yourselves trying to get your Craig Mac on and put some brand new flavor in your ear? Well, funny you should mention that because we have a brand new show that you should check out. It is called Pod Sauce. It is your podcast discovery show.
Everyone's always looking for a podcast recommendation. We got lots of them for you, from true crime to pop culture. And you can join us each week as we dish on all of our favorite podcasts out there. So make sure you download the Odyssey app and search Pod Sauce, or head on over to podsauce.com.
We got you covered, guys.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And look, man, if you've got some money that you don't want,
yeah?
How about you ride the turtle?
Yes!
Yeah.
Ride the turtle.
That's right, the Ride the Turtle shirts that are sweeping somewhere. They are available right now at the Rock Shop, and boy, are they something.
You sound very excited about these shirts.
Yeah.
So if people want to make you happy, the best thing they can do is go into the Rock Shop and purchase.
Yeah, this is the best merchandise any radio show has ever had.
Consider it an early Father's Day gift since your son came up with the idea.
Oh, yeah. That's another reminder of what a great achievement this was. Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
Happy Father's Day to me.
Yes.
And I wonder what I'm going to be getting for Father's Day this year. I bet that's really going to probably be like, hey, here you go, Dad. My great idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm imagining it rhymes with Schmide to Schmurtle.
Yeah. I'd like to Schmide to Schmurtle. All right. Anyway, yeah, you can get those Ride the Turtle t-shirts at the Rock Shop at KISW.com.
Let's play B-Mix. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Mix. And it's time to pump it up for Monday. All right. Pump it up. Let's do it. Let's pump it.
And nothing gets me pumped up quite like riding turtles. Damn straight. Yep, I'll be perfectly honest there.
Really?
Yeah, I love the t-shirt. It's got my cats in it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to Frank and Carl on their first t-shirt.
Yay.
Let's get to our contestant today. Yay. We got Scott in Seattle. Scott, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Right. For those playing at home, Scott will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Scott, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Which Superbad actor did the voice of Pumbaa in the 2019 movie The Lion King?
Pass.
What is the capital of Iowa?
Des Moines.
Yes. What year of the mid-2010s did Prince pass away?
2017?
No.
2016.
Yes. Bill Hader produced and starred in what HBO television show?
Barry?
Yes. The constellation Ursa Major was more well known as what?
The Big Dipper?
Yes. Which singer popularized the song It's Not Unusual?
Tom Jones.
Yes. What color is the car that Starsky drives in Starsky and Hutch?
Orange and white.
No.
Orange.
No.
Red.
Yes. In English, magna cum laude means with great what?
Honors.
Yes. What country artist was featured in Lil Nas X's hit song Old Town Road?
Cyrus.
Yes.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes. How many cups are in a quart?
4.
Yes, and Scott gets 9 out of 10.
Nice. Very nice.
Ooh, yeah.
That could be the difference maker, baby.
It could be, and Scott himself was a little pumped up. I heard that woohoo over there. Steve's coming back in here, sauntering in on a Monday.
Watch me saunter.
Yeah, feeling pretty good about yourself?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty awesome.
All right, then. Are you ready?
Ah, yes.
Which Superbad actor did the voice of Pumbaa in the 2019 movie The Lion King?
Jonah Hill?
No.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse?
No.
Super bad. Oh, crap. Seth Rogen.
Yes.
Nice.
What is the capital of Iowa?
Des Moines.
Yes. What year in the mid-2010s did Prince pass away?
2015.
No.
2016.
Yes. Bill Hader produced and starred in what HBO television show?
Oh, crap. I watched that show, too.
Oh, crap, you did?
I can't think of the name.
Oh, good.
Burns. Mr. Burns?
No.
Mr.
That's it.
Babadoo?
No.
Oh, Mr. Babadoo.
I'm going to go with the Smurfs.
No. The constellation Ursa Major is more well known as what?
Big Dipper.
Yes. Which singer popularized the song It's Not Unusual?
It's not unusual to be Tom Jones.
Yes.
And his bulge.
What color is the car that Starsky drives in Starsky and Hutch?
Red.
Yes. In English, magna cum laude means with great what?
Honor.
Yes. What country artist was featured in Lil Nas X's hit song Old
Billy Ray
Town
Cyrus.
Road? Yes. How many cups are in a quart?
4.
Yes. And Steve, you get a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, baby.
Hey,
baby.
Hey, baby.
Nice job, Scotty.
Yeah, you got a tie there.
Good job, Steve.
You
Yeah.
too, my friend.
Yeah, listen, tie is great because there's no song. So
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, I love that tie.
Kind of okay.
He did not know that Seth Rogen was a super bad actor.
Yeah, that killed him.
It did, but he did know that Bill Hader produced and starred in Barry.
Barry, I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
know.
a great show.
I haven't seen it yet, and I really wanted to see it because one of the actors from Gotham, Mr. Zaz, the bald guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in that. And so I was
Henry
like,
Winkler's in it too.
is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barry's
Yeah,
a great show.
And Mr. Zaz, the guy that plays Mr. Zaz, is really good. His role he plays in the show is good.
Oh, you've seen it too?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't seen all of it. Kathy and I watch it on we got to get back to it because she sometimes doesn't. It's a darker comedy, and so
Yeah.
she's never all. Sometimes she's in the mood, sometimes she's not.
It's basically about like what a hitman that wants to actually like become
an actor.
Yeah, so
Exactly. That's it.
That sounds pretty amazing.
It's really well done, and Bill Hader's great in it. But honestly, it's been so long since I watched it. I almost feel like I have to now watch it all over again when they come back with a new season. 'Cause it's been. I don't remember when that show ended.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
I don't even know if it is coming back with another season, and I think it has
Thought it
2
was.
seasons. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, okay. So you could at least binge that. It's not
Yeah.
too bad.
Oh, it's a quick binge because they're not that long of episodes.
Yeah,
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and
I got to get back to that too.
Dude, we finally just got back to watching Dead. Was it Dead to Me, the Netflix show with Christina
right,
Applegate?
Yeah,
We forgot all about that, and it's on a whim. We're like, "Oh crap, we've never finished that." And man, I'm glad that we went back to it because that's a good season, the second season.
My wife doesn't like it anymore. I recommended that to you, which you didn't realize,
And then
you
I
found on
recommended
your
it
own.
to you.
and I, you know what I said? Hey, I should really watch that show I told you about, Steve. Thanks. But now my wife doesn't like it, so I probably won't watch the second season.
Aww,
It was a show we both watched.
Because honestly, the first couple episodes of the second season, I was not feeling, and I think that's why we stopped watching it. But
That's
it
what
picks
she
up.
did.
It picks up.
Yeah.
It's worth going back to. You should tell her.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Demand that you watch it.
I demand we watch
As
this.
a man of this household,
Okay. Wow. All right then. Well, I mean, actually,
which doesn't live in that household.
Yeah, so that's the problem.
Yeah. As the man who pays for this household.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Okay, sure, that'll work. That always works.
It does.
Yeah. For those of you that own a Samsung washing machine, there's a jingle that plays when you load your when your load of laundry is done, and I know this because I do have a Samsung. It does play a nice little song.
So do we, and the damn song goes on forever.
It does.
It's
really
like
does.
Bohemian Rhapsody of jingles. Like I'm like, oh, laundry's done. It's still playing, and our laundry room's right by Tatum's room, and I'm like, hey, can you like cut the song a little bit because it goes on forever.
Yeah, you don't want to wake the kid up. What are you doing?
Right.
Yeah. Well, a musician actually turned that Samsung laundry jingle into a song by adding percussion, bass, and other sound bites.
comes a big drop. Wow. Okay, this guy's got too much free time, and I love him.
I really feel like this should be added to my Samsung washing machine because I want this all to play.
Well, this is exactly how long it is, right?
Oh, yeah, forever.
This sounds like a song from Wreck-It Ralph.
Dude,
Oh, totally, yeah.
It sounds like something like you'd be like, I don't know, I'm tripping on ecstasy, but I think my laundry's done.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I mean, it really does take you back to all the video games we played back in the day.
Absolutely. Or when the acid kicks in at the laundromat.
I saw some people on like his YouTube page like, do the Roomba song now. I guess there's a song for Roomba.
Oh, I don't have a Roomba, so I don't know.
I'm shocked. I thought I was the only one that had a Samsung. That's funny that you have one too.
Yeah, Samsung is like, isn't it odd how they got good reviews? That's why we got it.
It was in our price range and good reviews, and we liked the way. But I was like, oh my gosh, like this song. What is? Who thought this was a good idea?
The Samsung people.
Apparently, like, couldn't they just go with a quick like do and then be done?
But then you wouldn't hear it.
That's the thing.
It's got to play for as long because you're probably never in your laundry room when it goes off.
That's not true. I have a couch in there, and I just sit in there and wait. No,
well, okay, then fine.
No, you're right. And there are times where I'm downstairs, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess laundry's done. Yeah, it's still going.
And that's it, because usually, I mean, people have their laundry room away from wherever they are, usually on another floor. And unless you have that annoying buzzer from the old school, that was just sort of like, it sounded like something was wrong with the electrical system.
Oh, that's so funny. Someone says, my wife and I, we joke about that song every time. Like, honey, did you hear something? Another person said, if my washing machine did that, I would push it off a cliff, LOL. It's the washer and the dryer.
Yeah.
Although, that's right. We had a dryer that did that, yeah.
I have hit Mecca, and I wonder if you guys have. If you have the washer and dryer, I have heard it go off at the same time, where it's almost like a symphony of music. And I was like, oh, my gosh. That's
wow. Yeah.
Lightning hitting twice. I haven't had that happen again.
I'm in the process of saving up for a dryer, and now that is my new goal in life once I buy the dryer.
Get the Samsung.
You got to test the music before you do it.
Yeah. Oh, you got to get it now, Vicky. Be part of the club.
Yeah, Danny. What are you waiting
come on,
for?
what's with your washing machine?
No, I should do that, but they don't do that in rentals.
Oh,
we just have a little stacked one that you can fit like one load into.
I'm sorry.
At least you got one in your apartment.
It's true,
right?
Because when I was doing the apartment living, I remember when I see some of my friends, like you now have one, and I remember D. Ted Smith had one in his place, and I remember walking in and be like, wait a second. You have a washer and dryer in your actual apartment? Like, that was like a big part of why I didn't want to live in an apartment anymore. I was just sick of going into a laundry room.
Oh yeah, that was my girlfriend's like main thing. We need a washer and dryer in the apartment, and I was like, yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Good call, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the old days, Steve.
That was like the worst part.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't mind apartment living. It was just, oh crap, I got to go down there and hope that one of the two washer and dryers are empty or even working. Because there were many times they were breaking on us.
My favorite part was always when you would get there and none of them were running, so you're like, cool, but then you go open them up and somebody just left their stuff there.
Oh, and that's just part of living with anybody. They'll go, oh yeah, I'll leave my stuff in there for days.
Not when you're using a community laundry.
No, that's grounds for being hit in the head with a frying pan.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say pee in the laundry, but each their own.
Oh, all right. Well, there's so many different responses to the same problem.
Mental note: never do laundry at Rev's house.
Yeah.
Well, just don't leave it there.
Mental note: let's just not go anywhere near the Rev's house.
That's fair. Just picturing Rev standing on top of the washer, just hovering and just
don't mind me.
R. Kellying this laundry,
taking out some retribution.
Okay, boy, I don't want to do laundry ever again.
You're welcome.
It is time for listeners on the loose. So, if you're a laundry person, whatever, give us a call. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, we got your calls, we got your texts. We'll do that at 9:18 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. And don't forget, man, whatever it is you want to talk about, Steve's got that rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. It's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody was texting and they said they paid for that fight to watch the was it Jake or Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. And
Yeah.
they said they couldn't watch it because the servers crashed for many viewers. I better get my money back. Man, you might have made out. Hopefully you could prove that so you can get your money back, because otherwise you just wasted money to watch two dudes hug for 8 rounds.
So in some the server crashed. So this was all on the internet. This wasn't like on a cable.
It was on Showtime as a pay-per-view, but you could also watch it streaming via their stuff.
Oh, boy.
And I was following it on Twitter a little bit, just trying to see what the hell was going on. And a lot of people were complaining about their servers being overloaded and not being able to watch the entire card for most of it.
Was there other notable fights that happened earlier?
There was Chad Ochocinco actually fought. And it was another exhibition match sort of thing.
I hope he did better than Nate. Was it Nate Robinson, the one that I watched?
Funny you should mention Nate Robinson, because in the last round, Chad got knocked down, but he got right back up. So it wasn't like he didn't get knocked out.
Did he have a whiskey drink?
Sorry, I think it was a lager drink.
Oh.
But so it was very reminiscent of that. People were posting memes that were those side by side, because he did get laid out. He immediately got right back up, but it still didn't look good on the stills.
Who did he fight?
I don't know, some boxer
Ryan
maybe.
Maxwell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maxwell.
And I have no idea who that person is. Like, I didn't know who most of these people were, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, you're not really following much of the boxing stuff.
Of course, Red didn't pay, so that's why.
Well, I had somebody else pay.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
the
that's what I'm
best thing.
saying.
I pay for pizza. They pay for the pay-per-view, and
How much was the pay-per-view?
$50.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a discount these days.
And it was weird because actually they used to be like, I remember WWE pay-per-views were like $60 generally.
Yep.
So this kind of seemed along the lines of that.
That's not enough of a discount for what they offered.
It was so weird though, because they were in Miami and it was at the Hard Rock, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel, and they have their own stadium, but it's outdoors. And so they had this stadium that hardly had anybody in it, and it was pouring during the boxing match. So they had to stop one of the matches at one point just to wipe down the ring because one dude kept slipping.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that'd be tough to have. I mean, it's all about footwork in fighting.
Absolutely.
And then you have a wet canvas. That's got to suck.
Yeah, and one of the guys, he ended up winning, and he was like, well, that one knockdown you gave me was BS, because that was just the water. And the other guy was like, no, I totally did. It was weird.
Wow.
The whole thing was weird.
Someone said Mayweather made like $150 million from this.
Wow. Well,
I
you can't blame him.
I know that I read somewhere that he had like a guaranteed $1 million, and then based off of also the pay-per-view money, the revenue, he also got a cut of that as well.
It's brilliant. People want to see the Paul brothers get their asses handed to them. And so people are going to pay money each time, because now people want to see it like between one of them and Conor McGregor. They just want to see these guys get beat up because they're so unlikable. And I mean, props to them, I guess, because they figured that out and they're just leaning into that and like, okay, we'll do all these stupid exhibitions. People are going to pay money just hoping to see we get our asses handed to us.
I wonder how much Logan got for this.
Oh, I got to imagine well over $1 million just to be hugged by Floyd Mayweather and every once in a while get a little pop in the face. I'd do it.
These guys are absolutely loaded. Like Logan came out wearing a gold-plated Charizard Pokemon necklace.
Why?
That was because for the memes, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, through the whole thing, this whole thing has just been this weird circus, because at one point, him and Floyd Mayweather were like, I don't know why I followed this so much, but they were like
obsessed with it.
I wanted to see Logan Paul get punched in the face.
Exactly.
A lot. And so
they're like the ultimate heels.
Oh yeah, and at one point he during some interview or something, he grabbed Floyd Mayweather's hat and ran off with it.
Oh, I remember seeing that
weeks before, and then he got a tattoo that said "Gotcha hat."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is
Really?
why I want to see this guy get punched in the face.
Really? This is it, huh? Mm-hmm. Steve, I'm telling you right now, I'm in my rocking chair.
Yeah.
I'm in my rocking chair telling all these. Honestly, I swore I would never be that guy that would be like, what the hell are you kids watching? But I don't.
But it's boxing.
Allegedly.
Is it though?
No.
I mean,
I got your hat.
Really?
Then you get a tattoo. People get tattoos that somewhat mean something, and I guess it does. And yet, at the end of the day, he's making millions. So, I mean, I just feel like here's my statement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I'm not the one that gave him his money. I guess that's why I feel like I'm the winner.
Yeah, see, I feel better about that. I gave my friend pizza.
Yeah. You didn't. You know what? You didn't give Logan Paul any money either, Rev. So I mean,
I know that's what I'm saying. I didn't have to worry about it at all.
And hey, at the end of the day, you probably had a fun night watching it. I mean, it helps that you didn't have to pay for it. But like, you would hope if someone's going to drop $50, that you're not dropping this isn't like, okay, I'm not eating on Sunday because I'm buying this, this pay-per-view. Like, you'd hope you have the extra money in your account that you can afford just splurging on something like that. And you had some friends over, then it makes for a fun experience.
Well, hey, look, like you said, Floyd was guaranteed $1 million, and then the rest were proceeds, and you just said he made $130 million.
They literally crashed the servers with everybody watching this and paying for it.
And
that's a lot of people that were interested in this.
And it's saying that Paul was supposed to get like a $250,000 base fee on top of 10% of the pay-per-view sales, but he also had told TMZ he thinks he can make up to $20 million.
Wow!
I'm curious now to see how it all when the numbers fully come out. That'd be interesting to see. And someone brought up a good point. It sucks, though, because a lot of people did want to see him get his ass handed to him, and Mayweather didn't beat him up. We all just watched him, pug for 8 rounds.
Yeah, it was so boring.
Well,
but, it gives you the chance to make fun of it, but, that's about it.
Well, it's like every Floyd Mayweather fight that I've ever watched. There's you just have this anticipation. All you're doing is just someone punch somebody. I think I've just been spoiled from watching, Rocky movies. You just want to see, Floyd Mayweather is a smart defensive fighter, and I do not want to watch defensive fighting.
Yeah, and in this particular instance, it's like when somebody's way out of your league, is it really, are you really you're being a good sport by just here's a couple of punches, but you're so out of your league. I'm going to win this fight, but I don't want to hurt you.
We're both making a lot of money from this. We don't need the bad PR. There are no winners.
So do you trust that if, let's just say, do you think Conor McGregor's the guy that will go, I don't care how unprepared you are, I'll kick your ass?
I can see him doing it.
He likes money too, though. I don't know. I want to find that loose cannon. Man, I wish Kimbo Slice still was alive.
Oh, yeah, right.
Someone that was just I don't care. I'm going to punch you till your eyeballs pop out of your face.
Yeah. Well,
you're not wrong.
I look forward to hearing the next report of the pay-per-view insanity that I won't pay for.
Yeah, Rev, make sure you stay in good cahoots with your friend there. So that
yeah, I'm sure that they'll do it. It's the same thing I remember when my stepdad used to go and buy all the Mike Tyson pay-per-views, and then the fight would last 90 seconds.
And that's the one person that's pissed. Everyone else is that was awesome.
Right?
This because you didn't pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's supposed to go 12 rounds. Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's why it's good to have a lot of cards on the fight.
Speaking of sports, and Danny was telling me about this earlier, so I'd love to hear his viewpoint on all of it. Because someone said, hey, you guys got to talk about the epic extra time win from U.S. against Mexico. Last second PK saved by our backup keeper to seal the win.
It was insane. It was one of the most insane soccer games I've ever watched. And
this was yesterday?
It was yesterday. They played in Denver, and it was the CONCACAF Nations League final. So there was a trophy involved. And at first, I thought it was going to be a boring game because it was just 1-1 through the first half.
And they were hugging for the first half.
Yeah, pretty much. Then the second half, all hell broke loose. There was a streaker. There was all of a sudden Mexico scores. Then we score immediately after. Then we get fouled on. We go to a penalty kick. We score, so we're up 3-2. Then they get a penalty kick. But then, like Steve said, our main keeper got injured, so they had our secondary in, and he stopped the thing. And then all of a sudden, Mexico's pissed. All their fans are pissed. They're getting called for chanting some really bad stuff, and they almost got him kicked out. The game rescheduled because of the
fans.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It was the first. I found this out too. It was the first full capacity thing happening at Mile High Stadium.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, where the Broncos play since COVID started. So it was just this big thing. And then at the end of it, they're just trying to get something. All the Mexican fans just start throwing stuff onto the field. They hit one of the U.S. players in the head. And then finally they win. And, the Mexico's head coach got red carded and thrown out of the game.
Awesome.
It was insane. I was just watching it and they were tied at the end. So they ended up going into overtime when the final score happened. And it was oh my gosh.
Dude, how amped are you after that game if you're a member of the U.S. team?
It was insane.
I don't think I would sleep for like the next week. I'd just be partying.
Well, you should have seen the goalkeeper, especially because like he wasn't expected to do much because he was the secondary. They all just piled onto him because he was the one that saved the game for us, like without having to go 3-3 into penalty kicks. He is the guy that saved it, and they just like piled onto it. And at the end, you could just see him. He's just crying because all the emotions.
He was going to get that chance.
Right. And it was just like, wow, it was such an emotional game. I even bought a U.S. jersey because I was like, this is amazing.
After the game?
Yeah.
I love those moments where you just get so amped up that you want to just buy something.
I was so happy.
I just want to give my money to someone.
And especially because USA and Mexico are like some of the biggest rivals. So, such a good game.
You pick the topic, you guide the show. It's listeners on the loose, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls, more of your texts at 934 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Have we figured out how to explain deja vu? How do chameleons do that thing they do? Do you really need to wash your blue jeans? Yeah, you do, but how often? Hey, my name's Mike Simpson. I've got a podcast about curiosities. It's called I've Got Questions. We go through my list of random stuff and yours. Please participate. Send me your questions. I'll find someone to answer them. We've talked about our true crime obsession, how grocery stores are tricking us, super secret flight attendant stuff. I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's the listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
It's a very simple but odd question, but someone wanted to know if there's one bug that you could get rid of off the planet forever, which bug would it be?
Ooh.
Spiders, maybe just because of how it affects my wife. Like even this morning, I got a text with a spider in the house, and I'm just like, oh, of course. Why can't it just be when I'm there? Because then it's just like full meltdown mode. I think she's finally gotten to the point where she can handle it. Like she killed it with a Swiffer.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like up in the ceiling, so she's not that tall to reach it, and it's just like I'm torn on that one. But then also just the simple housefly, and the reason being is. The housefly freaks Lulu out to the point where she has like shakes and panting and loses her mind. And like she has, unless she witnesses us killing the fly, she's all messed up for a while. And it's like,
really?
Yeah, dude. Like one time we thought we got it. And I grabbed it, threw it in like a napkin and threw it away. And then we opened up the cabinet that has our garbage in under the sink. And the fly came out like it like resurrected.
Oh my God.
And like all of a sudden Lulu went back into the shakes mode. So I think I might go with the simple housefly.
Wow.
It's dude to the point where like we have to use CBD for her, especially when a fly is in the house. Because you try your best to keep a fly from coming into your house, but it's inevitable when you open a door.
Especially in summer.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I never heard of that. I never heard of that with dogs. That's a reaction they can have to flies.
The sound, because we watched a cartoon. I think it might have been Mosh and the Bear, one of those episodes, whatever we were watching, and there was a fly in the episode. And when we heard the sound, freaked the F out again.
Oh, and of course their ears pick up better.
And I'm trying to explain, I'm like, that's on the TV, we're fine, but she doesn't
understand. She understands you.
She doesn't understand?
Normally she does. I don't understand. Steve always has great conversations. I didn't.
Yeah, so I'm going with the housefly. Let my wife suffer with the spiders. It's fine.
Yeah, the fly, but there's a list, actually. People were asked about this, about why they can't sleep, and it's because of all the bugs. Like, people say that they can't sleep. 7 out of 10 people say they can't sleep at all if they know there's a bug in the house. And so we lose like 36 hours of sleep a year because of it.
My wife would be like that way if she knows there's a spider in the house.
I was going to say, I feel like if I still lived in New Mexico, my number one answer would be the cockroach. because for some reason there were so many cockroaches, especially during the summer. Like you would turn on the light outside and you would just see them scatter.
Cockroaches are a mood killer.
It was terrible.
They're the worst.
I haven't seen any here, knock on wood, in Seattle though. So since I live here now, I'm going to go with Steve on the spiders.
Yeah. Although somebody brought up a point that spiders are a big part of helping. When they say if you get rid of spiders, the rest of the bugs in the world will take over without spiders to keep them in control.
It's true.
That's why, as much as I hate spiders, I'm afraid of them. I'm okay with them because they do a good job taking care of us. So I try to be homies with them. But the one that I cannot stand, and I had problems with recently, and I had to call the exterminator, are ants.
Oh, those little sugar ants?
Yes. And they're just popping up everywhere.
Texture says ants, 100%, no hesitation.
And even if you're looking at them and you take care of them, whatever, you feel itchy. You feel like they're on you at all times for days. I just, no.
Yep. One of the more entertaining things, I feel bad saying it.
Here we go.
At our old house, we had one time we had an ant infestation where it was just they just kept, and my wife was like you, just couldn't handle it. So for hours, she's just standing there killing them all. And I'm like, we got to get this a trap. Part of me is
going to take a while.
I'm like, how long do I go until I go to the store and get one? I'm like, how long is she going to do this for?
Immediately, yeah.
Right? It was oh my gosh.
Although we did train my little brother, though. He knows, bug, and then he would just point at it. He didn't know he was killing them, but he'd be like, bug, and just start smushing them. So I can let you borrow him if you ever need him.
Somebody says, what about the mosquito, the most deadly animal on the planet?
Yeah, I hate mosquitoes, too.
Yeah, that's my number one.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's funny because we really don't have a lot here. At least I don't run into many.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just know that there's a lot of places around the country that I don't want to live in just because they have bad mosquito seasons. And if they weren't there, I'd be like, Houston. It's we got buddies in Houston. It's yeah, but I hear their mosquito season in the summers are just bad.
Massachusetts. That's where
same
they're
thing.
bad. I took Lily out and we were just walking down by a river one time, and I was like, why do my legs itch all of a sudden? And just probably about 15 bumps, and I was like, oh yeah.
And then once you start itching those, it's it's the worst.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I grew up there, Danny, and that's why, those screened-in porches and screened-in anything was everybody had it because it was kept out those bastard mosquitoes.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so that's my number one. Ants is number 3, by the way. Cockroaches is actually the number 1 for everybody in the world, in the country. They, because a cockroach does, like you said, Steve, it's a mood killer. I mean, you automatically think that something's dirty when you see a cockroach.
Because it is. Because it's nasty.
That's when we were, anytime we're looking for a hotel, especially in Hawaii, it was so hard because it seems like they're everywhere. And my wife, if one person gave a bad review about a hotel room because there was a cockroach in it, that hotel is done to us.
Oh, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
And spiders technically aren't bugs, but they put them on the list. They got they're their own thing.
Oh, okay. They're bending the rules with this list, apparently.
They're bending the rules with this list. But, spiders came in at number 2.
What about bees?
Bees? Bees you need.
Yeah, I like bees.
Bees are awesome.
It's the wasps that are jerks.
Bees are not awesome when they sting you.
Just leave them alone.
I've never been stung by a bee.
Same.
What?
Ever.
No, I've been chased by bees before.
I got stung by a bee. I'm pissed off at the whole park I go in because it's the bee just came at me. I wasn't bothering it.
I've been stung by yellow jackets. I think that's pretty much like a bee, right?
Oh,
Isn't that a hornet?
It's a wasp or hornet or sort of thing like that.
Well, you got the 3. That's the 3. They're the 7, 8, and 9 on the list. Bees, wasps, hornets, just like that. They're all of them with stingers. Get out.
Get out.
What about cicadas? Isn't that the new thing now?
Well, every 17 years, yeah.
Aren't they? Pretty much.
I thought they were only in the South.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're on the other side of the country. We don't need to worry about
And they
them.
just scream.
We had them in Florida, and it's maddening to see something that big flying at your head.
Another one.
It's like a big black, just what is this oblong thing buzzing around? Oh.
So it's a no mention of ticks. Maybe not common, but man, they suck when you get one. Yeah, pun intended.
And I guess ticks are also, I didn't know this, they're also technically arachnids, but they're on the list. They're number 6.
Also, how about, I don't know if you guys, I've never heard them up here, but crickets at night.
Oh, crickets? I think we hear crickets out here, yeah.
Just because of the noise?
I've never heard they used to keep me up in New Mexico just at night. And
crickets?
If you kept
I like
the
that
window
sound.
open. Oh, yeah, not me.
Crickets and frogs, it's just kind of peaceful.
Right? It's like summer's here.
Yeah.
You live next to a swamp.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah.
Yeah.
If they're super loud, like Danny says, though, they can be freaking annoying. Yeah.
Lakewood Larry with the text of the day.
Yeah.
Said, Vicky, if you have a problem with ants, invite BJ over to take care of them. #anteater.
Well.
Oh, that's the text of the day, Steve? Really? Of all the texts we've had, huh? That qualifies.
That's my vote.
I mean,
Make a trophy
we
for
still
that.
have about 5 more minutes. You never know what might come in.
All right. Well, Danny can get mosquitoes on his taint. I hope he gets them for the rest of his life.
That's just rude.
Yeah, and wasps and bees and hornets for the rest of you.
For the rest of you.
Yeah, there you go.
Someone said get a Ziploc bag full of water hanging from the top of your doorway and flies won't fly under it. Huh? Why?
That's weird.
Like, what is the logic behind that? I'm not opposed to trying it, but so a Ziploc bag full of water, hang it from the top of your doorway, and the flies won't fly under it.
So it means they won't come into your house?
Yeah.
Okay, why do I feel like we'll be idiots when we do
That would
this?
just be a weird look, like when people come over and you just have like a Ziploc bag hanging from your doorway.
Quick Google search says some insist flies perceive the clear liquid as a surface of a body of water. Others say that they fly away at the sight of their own magnified reflection. But basically, nobody really knows.
Yeah.
They just don't like water.
On Mythbusters' website, apparently it was busted.
Oh,
so it doesn't work?
Doesn't work.
What? Look at that. Well, I was just saying, also, it's a great prank for your friends, especially if the bag falls.
Yeah, Snopes says unproven, so doesn't look like it's a thing.
Well, Mythbusters beat Snopes to the punch because it's unproven completely.
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to prove it? Like, how do you prove something like that?
You do it.
Do we have we have a housefly whisperer that knows how to speak their language?
That's it. Oh, yeah, you talk to the flies. So what's up, buddy? First, you got to get, obviously
buddy?
what flies love. And that means you're going to have to, you got a dog, Steve, so go out there while, Lulu's doing her business and have a conversation with your fly buddies.
There you go.
Yeah, she has
Well,
no
they're at
problem
the
with the
buffet.
flies outside. It's just when they come into the house.
That's her territory.
But they start outside, Steve. I mean, you got to go where they are before they go where you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is the fly the only thing she's scared, or like if another bug comes in, does she scared of those?
No issues with any other bugs.
Got to be the noise.
Yeah, it has to be the noise.
You know which one? I try not to get too annoyed by them, but like slugs. Because I kind of feel bad for them. Like ugly and slow.
Are they a bug?
Slugs? I don't know. I mean, but is a spider a bug? Like,
no, they're not.
We're doing
They're
make-em
not.
ups at this point.
Right, that's a good point. You know what I really can't stand? Elephants. I mean,
Come on.
Well, I mean,
can't get to
technically
sleep.
slugs are not insects.
Yeah, and I
But
mean,
it's like
I
an
can't-
insect.
It is like
Is it?
an insect.
Because it's on the ground? All right. You know what, man? I'll tell you what.
'Cause it's
Those
gross?
possums, man.
All right.
And those bunnies are just
So what
too
the hell
much.
is a slug?
It belongs to the Phyllium mollusca family,
Excuse me.
Vicky knows.
It's a family.
but it's more closely related
Show.
to octopi than insects.
What,
Oh,
really?
It's like
Yeah.
a octopus. Wow,
Right?
it's
It
a
could be
kraken.
like mini land kraken.
He likes them now.
Now I like them. That should be our mascot. Stevie the Slug.
Steve the
Land
Slug.
kraken.
And he just slowly skates on the ice.
See, I told you the octopus is taking over the world, so it's starting with the slug. They finally have an air-breathing creature to come take us over.
Can a man in a slug costume ride the Zamboni, please?
Yes. And he's like a slug trail.
Yeah.
Ow. Have the Zamboni look like a slug.
Dude, yes.
Oh, man.
Okay.
We're just giving out these great ideas for free.
Oh,
We are.
Yes.
We need
There's a reason for that.
What?
They're not great ideas.
Oh. You telling me that if a giant slug came out to clean the ice at a hockey game, you wouldn't be pretty pumped?
I would be totally pumped.
I would probably have a few beverages in me, so of course, why wouldn't I be pumped over anything that they bring
there
out?
you go. Yeah, perfect.
Do you think we're going to have ice girls, by the way, Steve?
Do I think we're going to have ice cream? I don't know. Because not every team has them. I'm not sure. I know I saw like there's actually a thread on social media on like one of the Kraken fan pages where like people are like, we better not have cheerleaders and we should keep things, and we shouldn't have stupid like over the top production for the opening game before the games the puck drops like the Vegas does. And I'm like, well, I think they hired the guy that did Vegas's in rink entertainment to be the guy that now is doing Seattle. So
sweet.
I'm pumped because Vegas is, show is really over the top. And yeah, if you're a quote unquote purist, maybe that bothers you, but I mean, I like fun, so I'm okay with it. I don't know,
If you
man.
like fun, I suppose, yeah. Well, or maybe even some kind of ice dancing, because I miss, I don't know if they do it anymore, but I don't feel like I've seen it in a long time, is like in baseball when they would come out and do dances and stuff while they were cleaning the infield.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have those dudes do that anymore.
Oh, yeah, they had the dancing groundskeepers, right?
Yes, and I haven't seen a whole lot of that anymore. Of course, I haven't seen a lot of baseball at a stadium in a long time, but I think that's the fun part.
I'm willing to put money down that they're not going to have an ice crew, or in Chicago, they're called the Ice Crew, but when you say it fast, it sounds like ice crew. And they're like girls in like short skirts that just like shave the ice.
Of course they are.
And they're awesome.
Boy, that sounds like an Urban Dictionary.
I know, it's so great. I'm betting that we won't have a team of girls dancing.
Yeah.
When you put it
that way.
Yeah, that's just my vibe.
Or a team of anybody dancing. Let's just say, why not?
The fans will be dancing, BJ.
Oh, the fans. I can't wait
and
to see
Stevie
that.
the Slug, the mascot for
Stevie the Slug, the mascot, the land kraken.
But I hope we have like an over-the-top production for when they come out on the ice.
That would be amazing. That gets you hyped.
It does, man. Anyone that doesn't want that, I don't get it. Like, that's just. I mean, it's all about the pomp and circumstance, and people are paying like hundreds of dollars to go to these games. Put on a fun show for everyone.
Yeah, I don't understand why somebody would have a problem with that. I'm with you on that, Steve. All right, we got a question that needs to be answered, kids. What do Ryan Castle and the common cold have in common? I'll tell you at 9:51 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and the common cold have in common?
No one's had one in a while.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is.
We miss you.
Thanks. I miss you too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see you soon.
Maybe. They both give Steve a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell from one texter.
That's right.
Yeah. Steve takes a lot of drugs to deal with both.
It's true.
I mean, define deal.
Yeah.
Define drugs. Right. It's the little blue pill count.
Oh, yes, it does. So people on TikTok, this cracks me up. They have been talking about a new mystery illness going around because they know it's not allergies and they know it's not nearly as bad as COVID or even the flu, but they don't know what to make of it. They say the symptoms only last a few days and include things like a stuffy nose, cough, and sore throat, and they're all trying to figure out what this is.
It's called cocaine, BJ.
Yeah. It's the common cold, and they've forgotten that the colds exist because, of course, we haven't had one because everyone's been masking up. So
that's funny.
They don't realize, dude, you got a cold. That's what you got.
Yeah, chill out.
Wow, isn't that wild that people have forgotten what it was like to have a cold, that they didn't even know they had it?
They must have a lot on their minds.
You're giving them a lot of credit, saying they have minds. Ryan Castle, he's got a lot on his 12-pack, and he's going to get it out for you.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Because that's the one thing I never worry about phone calls anymore. If you're not in my phone, you can leave a message or else I'll never talk to you.
And I love that, like, at least my phone too, it will say possible spam. So I'm like,
I like that. But what if, like, your wife is, like, I don't know, lost her phone and she's, like, being chased by, like, kidnappers and she just gets to a payphone and tries to call you?
Leave a message.
Wow. Okay. You just basically said, what would happen if we were still in the 90s?
Yes.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney in the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.